Hi, I'm Gemma from Generation Strength and welcome to day 16 of the 30-day Strength from Home workout challenge, where we're going to be working out every single day for the next 30 days. Today we've got a full body HIIT session, so we're going to be doing 6 strength exercises. We're going to divide them into 2 sections, circuit 1 and circuit 2. We're going to be working for a 2-to-1 ratio, meaning that we're going to be doing 30 seconds on with a 15-second rest, straight into the next exercise. And then we're going to be doing 2 mobility moves at the end of each circuit. So we have 3 strength exercises, then a mobility. We're going to repeat that for 2 rounds, and then same again, 2 more rounds. So we're going to take the center of the mat, same warm up. So we're going to twist from side to side, keeping the feet straight. Slight bend in the knee. So I'm just rotating the upper back, the hips stay forward. I'm going through the full range of motion from side to side. Elbows are up, I'm looking forward, chest is up. From here we're going to go down into a squat, so I take the hips back, I keep the knees out, I sweep the floor and I bring the arms up. So I'm sitting back as if I'm sitting into a chair. Sitting between the hips, opening up the legs, taking the knees out to the side, sweep the floor, bring the arms fully up, fully extended, nice and slow through the range of motion. Hold it at the top in the switch. So back is straight, I'm sitting down between the hips, sweeping the floor with my hands, keeping my chest up, I'm not leaning forward. Stop at the top, take the feet a little bit wider. I'm going to come into a sumo squat, take the knees out, the feet are pointing out. I'm sitting between my hips, my hands are coming to the center, almost in line with the heels. My chest is up, straighten the knees, squeeze the glute. Hands straight up, palms facing each other. Again, as deep as you can, come as low as you can. From here, take the center of the mat down, into downward dog, take the feet back. Pushing my hands into the mat. Bend the knees, keep the back straight. Bring the foot through to the outside of the hand, open up the knee. Pushing the knee out with the elbow. Come up for shoulder rotations. Back foot is flat. Thumb out, following the thumb. Nice and slow, keep the arms straight. Back to center, take the leg back, higher plank position, back to downward dog. Bend the knees back flat. Same on the other side, foot comes up, goes to the outside of the hand. Take the back foot down. From here I'm pushing the knee out, coming up following my thumb. Rotating the neck as I rotate my arm. Opening up the chest. So I'm leaning back. Engaging the back muscles. Back to downward dog, high plank position up. Hold it here, stretching out the back of the hamstring, stretching out the back. From here we're going to bend the knees, we're going to walk our feet to our hands and we're going to jump. We're going to come up very slowly, keeping the back straight. Against the wall. Leg swings, bringing the legs as high as we can. Bring it back so we're engaging the glute. Slightly opening up the hips as we come back. Not too much that we're exaggerating the swing. Stand tall, look straight ahead. As I come back, I squeeze the glute and then kick the leg forward. Standing leg is straight, slight bend in the knee, and toe is pointing directly forward. Switch sides. So hand behind the glute, squeeze the glute, As soon as you feel it contracting, we're kicking the leg forward, keeping the leg straight as high as we can go, keeping the hips nice and stable. Shouldn't feel it in the lower back. From here, ankle flexibility. So come close to the wall, heel on the floor, bringing the knee close to the wall but not touching. Keep the heel on the floor. I'm taking the knee towards my little toe, towards the center of the foot. Don't want to bring it in towards the big toe. Stretch it at the end. Switch sides. So I come slightly close towards, like almost touch it. Keeping the heel down, taking the knee out in the opposite direction towards the toe. Hold it for a second, fully flex the ankle. And back. One more here. Okay, grab some water. We're going to start the workout. So we've got 3 exercises. First one we're going to do is a squat to lunge. I'm going to show you the first 3, then we're going to get straight into the workout. So we're going to come down into a squat. From here the leg comes back, a curtsy lunge. So my knee is in line with my heel. Back to center, same on the other side, down. And then I'm back into a squat. So my knee comes across, I keep my chest up. My knee is forward, it's not rotating in, my ankle isn't collapsing in. Wide stance, shoulder width apart. Other side here. So that's our first move. Our second move is a tabletop dip. So hands to the side. From here the shoulders are down, away from the ears. Toes up, pushing our heels into the ground. We're going to come up, driving through the heels, squeezing the bum. Then we're going to come back down into a tricep dip. Back up. Separate moves from here. We're going to go into core, so you're going to take the mat, you're going to put your hands behind your head, the legs are straightened out. Okay, from here I'm slightly coming up, I'm engaging the core, lower back is in the ground, and I'm bringing the knees in. Almost like a leg press move. Then after that we're going to go into a hip flexor stretch. So we're going to be holding it here. We're going to do 15 seconds on one side, 15 seconds on the other. 2 rounds starting again at the squats. So 30 seconds work, 15-second rest in between each exercise. So taking the mat, feet hip width apart, we're going to go down into a squat. Curtsy lunge, taking the leg back so that the knee is in line with the heel. And then back to the other side. So don't take the leg too far over, the knee should be in line with the heel. I come down into a squat and I switch. So down, knees open, chest up. Take the foot down and behind. From here we're going to tabletop to dip, so we can have our hands at the side, or we can engage the triceps more by turning the hands towards the wall. So from here, shoulders are down, I'm coming up, squeezing the bum, going back down into a tricep dip. So I bring the hips down, now I'm working the triceps. From here I'm pushing the glutes up, working the glutes. Shouldn't feel it in your lower back, you do bring your feet a little bit closer. Come up just enough that you feel it in the glutes, but not in the lower back. So hips drop, tricep, now my hips go up, driving through the heels. 15-second rest. Now we're going to go into core, so hands behind the head, feet straight. I'm bringing myself up, keeping the back straight, bringing the belly button in. So start with the legs being high, keep the
lower back in contact with the floor. If it's a little bit easier, we can come a little bit higher up. We can hold it here. Or we can do leg pressing. Make sure that the lower back is in contact with the ground. So the lower down I go, the more I'm working out. So just want to make sure that the lower back is on the floor.
From here, dynamic hip stretch. So I'm leaning forward, coming back. I'm switching sides. Taking the knee out to the side, squeezing the glute as I come forward. After this, we've got one more round, straight back into squats and the lunges. So you got your 15-second rest. So we're coming down into the squat, keeping the knees out. Feet are hip width apart, coming standing behind, engaging the glute. Other side, curtsy lunge, and back. As deep as we can with the squat, make sure that the knees are going out to the side, that the back is straight, you're not leaning forward. Get one more in. Back into tabletop with dips. So remember, we're driving through the heels, we're coming up. The hip is going from a bent to straight position. Then we're taking the hips back down, we're going to go into the tricep dip. Up. As I go up, my back is flat, my head goes back down. Driving through my heels up. Again, shouldn't feel it in the lower back. Just come slightly up so that you feel it in the glutes. Bending the elbows down so my bum touches the floor, and I'm pushing back up, working the back of the arms. 15 seconds rest. Abs, so legs are straight, hands are behind, lower back is pushed in. Bring the shoulders slightly off the mat. Keep the feet high. Want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can come a little bit lower. Crunching the legs in, pushing them straight back out, feet together. 10 more seconds here. Straight into hip flexor stretch. Lower back is staying flat, I'm not arching. My knees staying behind my toe. It's going outwards so that we're opening up the hips. I'm going to switch sides. Now we're going to go to a table position foot tap. So have your rest period and watch what we're doing in between. So I'm going to go to a tabletop position. The knee is bent under the hip. I'm tapping my foot out. I'm bringing it to the center and I'm tapping back out. We want to make it a little bit more challenging. We can add a kick out, a little jump. So take the mat wrist under shoulders, knee in the center. It's underneath my hip. As I tap out, I can also slow it down and tap out. Otherwise we're jumping out, keeping the back flat. Five more seconds. From here we're going to a side plank position. So, feet won't be
behind each other. We're going to do a mountain climber in, and then with the other leg. A modified version of this would be knee down, and doing one mountain climber, taking the arm overhead, stretching, bringing it in, crunching the elbow to the knee. Otherwise, both legs down. Nice 15-second rest before we do it on the other side. So again, make sure that the joints are stacked. We're either in this position, right leg forward, or we're in the bent knee position, doing the opposite mountain climber, the opposite crunch. So, bring the foot in, the other one over. Try to keep the hips straight, try not to rotate very much of the hips. So the front one comes over and forward to keep my hips in line. Now we're going to plank knee taps with push-ups. So we're going to take a high plank position. We're going to come down, tap the knee, back up, tap the knee, back up and down. Otherwise you're going to be on one knee, you're going to take the leg up, come back down. So the modified version is here on the knees to a push-up. Otherwise we're in a high plank position. Knee tap, both knees down, push up, knee tap, both knees down, push up. From here we're going to go into a chest stretch. So interlock the hands behind you, pull them down, pulling the shoulders away from the ears. Then we're going to take the arm across the body, pulling across, stretching the shoulder. Same on the other side. So I want the hand to be below the elbow or above, pulling it across the body. Then we'll take the elbow up, hand flat. Again, so by pulling the elbow down, stretching the back of the arms. Same on the other side. We've got one more set and then we're done. Okay, got slightly longer rest. So remember, tabletop position, knees underneath the hip. We take the leg out to the side, we tap. We take the other leg out to the side, directly out to the side, the leg is straight, and the one in the center is bent. We can walk it out, or we can jump it out. So I'm tapping, keeping my back flat. Or we can be here and we tap slowly from side to side, nice and controlled. We don't want the hips to move too much. So engage the core so that we're not swinging the hip from side to side. From here, side plank position. Mountain climber in. So remember, modified version, leg is straight, Make sure that the wrist is under the shoulder. Ooh. Come down 15 seconds rest, we'll go straight into the other side. So remember, we want to keep the wrist under the shoulder, the elbow under the shoulder, sorry. So we don't want to be here. We want to stack the joints so that we're stronger. Less chance of injury. In, in. Keep the hips stacked. Try not to rotate from the hips. Keep the hip up, don't let this hip drop down. Last exercise, plank knee taps. Remember, modified version, you're already on your knees. You're going to take the foot up. Take the foot up, bring back down to the knees, down to a push-up. Or we're going to be up in a plank position, knee down, up, opposite knee down, up, both down, push-up. Knee down, both down. Okay, let's stretch, then we're finished. So chest stretch, pull the shoulders back, pull the shoulders down, away from the ears. Ooh. Shoulder stretch, will bring the arm across, pull the arm to the side, feel it in the deltoid, in the shoulder. Switch sides. Let's stretch, tricep step, take the arm above. Hand resting on the upper back, pulling the elbow down, so I'm feeling it on the tricep, on the back of the arm. Deep breaths. Same on the other side. Okay, that's it, well done. I hope that you enjoyed the full body HIIT session. Join me for tomorrow where we're going to be doing some mobility series to help stretch out the muscles that we just worked.